popped open my news alerts, as a person will do, and saw a CNN story that said they're treating us like we're spies. Florida property ban has Chinese citizens fuming. Hi, this is Lindy Kaiser with clearancejobs.com. I'm wearing my smart girl glasses because I scratched my cornea for the third time. I guess it's mad that I keep watching CNN news. I don't know why, but it will not give me a good day in its life. But I saw that and I thought it was worth doing an update. I found the story interesting. No surprise to anybody working in counterintelligence that China is on the attack across U.S. critical infrastructure. Popular story, or well-known story, I guess, at one point about them buying up land in North Dakota near a military base. Not a hot spot for your vacation plans, North Dakota. I think there were several cases where Chinese nationals were buying up property specifically located in military installations. I think at some point approximately 20 states had some form of state-sponsored legislation to crack down on the ability of China to purchase land in the U.S. Again, my cornea is scratched. Maybe I'm not reading correctly, but what I felt like the CNN story missed was the fact that this is a known attempt and tactic by China. A part of its Thousand Talents program, a part of its overall strategy is to purchase U.S. entities to gain access to them. Buys out entire companies in order to purchase their intellectual capital. Certainly if it's buying companies, it's gonna buy just real estate proper in order to get access to those military facilities. I also find it interesting, again, it's covering one piece of it, but the folks, commented, wrote in the report, a civil liberties issue for folks, again, who are Chinese nationals living in the U.S. under a visa, not green card holders. We'd be talking a different scenario under even this legislation if it was somebody who was a green card holder. So if you're here on a visa, on a work visa, and there are restrictions in place about your ability to purchase property, it only makes sense. My counter is try going over to China and purchasing some property over there. That country has its own very specific policies around how foreign nationals can buy and purchase property. So it's not, we love our civil liberties in the U.S., and that's a good thing. But I think it's worth considering what those apply to. Those should apply to U.S. citizens. Again, if you are a naturalized citizen of the U.S., there are a lot of paths to supporting national security, to buying property in the country. If you are on a travel visa and you live in China, I think there are some reasonable considerations for ability to buy property. So again, I saw that CNN report, popped up on my phone. I wondered who else is getting these alerts. I know. I just need to turn off the notifications. They make us all crazy. I just feel like I need more anxiety. So I just keep all the notifications coming. It's not helping my Twitch eye, that's for sure. But saw that report. And again, I don't always see the other side of it. So the other side of it is, this is a known strategy. China is a significant counterintelligence adversary. Not the Chinese people. We don't have a war against the Chinese people, but the country of China has mandated that across its population, everyone there needs to be at work for China. And then another thing, I got to see Tracy Walder speak last week. She's one of my favorites. She mentioned how when we look at the espionage cases from the country of China, they're playing a long game. They're willing to invest 20 years. So buying property now, what we need to look back is the property they've been buying over the past 20 years. That's a bigger problem. So what they've been doing over the past decades, they're ready to cash in on now. So we don't, in America, always play the long game well. China is and has been, and they will take every strategy going after academia, going after private sector, absolutely going after the critical infrastructure held across our defense industry and defense industrial base. So for me, a lot of that legislation makes sense. We want to vet folks that are looking to buy property around military installations or in certain locations. If you are here on a work visa or a temporary visa, having some restrictions about your ability to invest in property seems to make sense. So chime in. I would love to hear more from other folks. Again, I saw that quick news update and it seemed to only cover one part of the story, so I wanted to give you the other half. Certainly, again, makes sense from the threat landscape that I see. that there are restrictions specifically on China trying to purchase real estate in the United States. And then I always urge folks to go look the other way. I know we're not in the business of comparing ourselves to others, but if you are upset that you cannot purchase land here in the good old US of A, I think they're having a housing crisis over in China, I heard. So there might be some property available there for a bargain. They would not allow me to purchase that, nor should anyone holding a security clearance go try to invest over there. But that's, for me, there's two sides of that. So you're upset that you can't purchase land in the United States, go over. There's some land to be bought over in China. Again, me as a U.S. citizen does not have carte blanche to purchase whatever property you wanted. So for more on the counterintelligence landscape, security news that you can use, please visit us over at clearancejobs.com.